Hey, what's up? Adam Lobo here from Adam Lobo TV, and this is the Oppo Reno 7 Pro, which is the first smartphone to have the MediaTek Dimensity 1200 Max chipset, the first to have the Sony IMX709 camera sensor for the front camera, the first to have a unique 3D orbit breathing light surrounding the camera as a notification status light. So besides all of these firsts, what else is glowing about the phone? Now, since this review unit did not come with a box, I shall dive in straight to the build quality and the design of the phone. Now, before anything, I just want to express my appreciation towards Oppo for always being very different for every iteration of their phones. Because there's usually a lot of design changes compared to the previous Reno series, and I have to say that among all, hands down, this is my favorite looking one. Now it weighs at 180 grams and is about 7.45 mm in thickness. Now the phone has a nice boxy square design all around with a very unique matte texture finish at the back. And this textured finish, according to Oppo, was done by a unique LDI or a laser direct imaging for the overall exterior, and is also infused in 2 layers of color. So while the name of this color variant is called the Starry Black, but it had a very unique black and blue gradient color to it, with a very subtle glow which reflects ever so nicely according to the lighting condition, and not too much whenever there's a light shining on it. And speaking of the color options, other than this color variant, it also comes with another unique color which Oppo calls it the Star Trails Blue. Then of course another significant change is the overall design for the camera arrays, which comes with a very unique 2-tone finish with a medium-sized camera bump, and the phone does not wobble at all if you place it on a surface while typing on the keyboard down below, which was really nice to know and almost unheard of smartphones these days. And yes, very unique to the phone is the ability for the phone to breathe. With the notification light indicator at the camera bump area that works when you get messages, phone calls and other notifications as well. Then looking in front, the screen is a flat screen display and it has a fingerprint sensor which unlocks fast, and the front camera hole punch is towards the top left of the screen. Then looking at the ports and buttons, other than the USB-C down below, there's one of the dual speaker grills over there, where the other speaker is at the earpiece area. Then the SIM card slot supports up to a dual SIM, but there's no micro SD card slot expansion. On the right there is the power button, and on the left you'll find the volume rockers. So overall, I would give this phone an A+, because this has to be one of my favorite smartphones when it comes to the build quality and design for 2022 thus far. So yes, Oppo did a very good job on this particular category. Now looking at the display, the phone has a 6.55-inch AMOLED display with a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels. And there's always that sense of satisfaction whenever I turn a phone screen on for the very first time on an Oppo device, where usually it was on a Find X series which had the best screen among the others. And it's nice that the screen quality of this Oppo Reno 7 Pro was really great as well. Now call me crazy, but even though the phone had a 90Hz refresh rate, but it kind of seems like it had a higher refresh rate, and that could be because of the 180Hz touch sampling rate, where scrolling and navigating on the phone was really pleasant indeed. Now playback on Netflix was on Full HD and had Widevine L1 certification, and playback on Amazon Prime Video was on Full HD as well. So for the phone screen, I would give this an A because of its top quality AMOLED screen. Now in terms of the cameras, the main rear camera is a 50-megapixel f1.8 lens, which has the flagship Sony IMX766 sensor, an 8-megapixel f2.2 ultra-wide lens, and a 2-megapixel f2.4 dedicated macro lens. Then the front camera comes with a huge 32-megapixel f2.4 camera, and as mentioned earlier, it has the Sony IMX709 sensor. Now, based on my quick test shots, the front camera pictures were really amazing, especially for the bokeh flare portrait mode for the front camera as well. Then all of the rear lenses also during my first impressions looked really nice and sharp, even though at 2x zoom. Then as for video recording, the rear camera maxes out at 4K 30 frames per second and the front camera goes up to a maximum of 1080p up to 30 frames per second. Which of course I'm looking to test these cameras out further, especially with features like the AI highlight videos, which is something that I really appreciated in the Reno series devices. And of course, to test out this IMX sensors not only for the back, but also for the front as well. So subscribe to Adam Lobo TV if you haven't done so. Next, looking at the other specs of the phone, it comes with a MediaTek Dimensity 1200 Max chipset. Now this is a 5G chipset and the very first on a smartphone which has a built-in 6nm process and a Wi-Fi 6 support as well. And I'm really looking forward to test out games like Genshin Impact on the phone thoroughly during my full video review to see how well this chipset performs. Then the variant that I have is a 12GB of RAM, which of course can expand to another 7GB of virtual memory by using some of the unused storage of the phone. And speaking of storage, this particular variant that I have has a 256GB of storage. Then as for battery, the phone has 4500 milliamps of battery and the phone has fast charging up to 65 watts Super VOOC charger, where the charger comes inside of the box, and it also has an advertised speeds up to 0 to 100% in just 31 minutes. And as usual, I'll see how it performs during my full video review when I use it every single day. Then in terms of the software, the phone comes pre-installed with Oppo's very super stable ColorOS version 12, but is on Android 11. And what's new, which I've yet to test, is the air gestures, where you can answer or mute your phone call by doing hand gestures instead of touching the phone. And there's also the anti-peeping for notification, which is also another software feature which I'm looking to try as well. So let's see how the current software performs when using it daily, especially since it's built on Android 11 instead of Android 12. But I am pretty confident that it will be totally fine. So as of the recording of this video, the price and the availability was not announced yet. And since it just has been released as you are watching this video, I'll update the exact price and the variant and the availability at the pinned comment below. And I'll also let you all know when I do a full video review on the phone. So guys, with this, do let me know what exactly you would like to know about the Oppo Reno 7 Pro down at the comment section below. And either I'll answer to your comments directly down there, or I'll revert back in my full video review of the phone.